9 experienced hikers venture into the icy wilderness of the Ural Mountains in 1959. They never come back. When rescuers finally find their campsite, they're greeted by a scene so bizarre, so horrifying, that even Soviet investigators were left speechless. A torn tent, bare footprints in the snow, bodies scattered in the forest, some half naked, some with fractured skulls, missing eyes, and even a missing tongue. What happened that night on Dyatlov Pass has remained one of the most haunting unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. And in this video, we're going to retrace their final steps through snow, fear, and madness to uncover what might have really happened out there. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. It's 100% free and helps us tremendously making videos like this one. But now, back to the video. It all began like any other winter expedition. January 1959, 9 students and graduates from the Ural Polytechnic Institute, led by 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov, set out on a 300-kilometer ski trek through the northern Ural Mountains. They were all experienced, trained hikers, athletes, engineers in the making. Their goal? To reach the remote Unported mountain. They packed for 2 weeks. Tents, food, skis, diaries, cameras, everything meticulously planned. On paper, it was a difficult but doable challenge. But as the group made their way deeper into the frozen wilderness, the weather turned brutal. Blizzards, minus 30 degrees Celsius, white-out conditions. By February 1st, they had reached the slopes of Kolatsayko, a Mansi word meaning mountain of the dead. From their recovered cameras and diaries, investigators pieced together their final hours. They pitched their tent on the slope. An odd choice. Open, exposed, windy. Maybe they were too tired to go further. They cooked a simple dinner, wrote a few last entries, and went to sleep. Then, sometime during the night, something went horribly wrong. Rescue teams would later find the tent slashed open from the inside. Bare footprints led away into the snow. No boots, no jackets, no flashlights. About 1.5 kilometers downhill, near the edge of the forest, they found the first 2 bodies. Barefoot, wearing only underwear. A small fire nearby. It looked like they had tried to survive. Then 3 more bodies were found between the fire and the tent, crawling as if desperately trying to return. But 4 others were missing for months. Then they were finally discovered, half buried under snow. The scene was shocking. 1 had a crushed skull, 2 had broken ribs, their chest caved in with a force similar to a car crash. And Lyudmila Dubinina, only 20 years old, had her eyes and tongue missing. No one could explain how it happened. No footprints from strangers, no signs of struggle, just 9 dead hikers and 1,000 questions. In the following months, the Soviet investigation offered no clear answers. Their final statement? The hikers died due to a compelling natural force. A compelling natural force? What does that even mean? Over the decades, countless theories emerged, each stranger than the last. The simplest theory, a sudden avalanche, forced them to slash their tent and flee into the cold. But rescuers said the slope was too shallow and the snow too stable. No signs of avalanche were ever found. Some believe the group accidentally wandered into a secret Soviet weapon test, perhaps parachute mines or radiation experiments. Indeed, the body showed traces of radioactivity and their skin had turned an eerie orange tint. Coincidence or cover-up? A theory proposed by researcher Donny Aikar suggests that wind patterns on the mountain could have created a low-frequency sound, an infrasound, capable of inducing panic, hallucinations, and disorientation. If true, the hikers might have fled their tent in sheer terror, irritationally running to their deaths. Some locals whispered of the Mansi spirits, angered by outsiders. Others claimed strange footprints or even a massive humanoid figure were seen in photos from the hikers' recovered camera. Is it real or the desperate imagination of a terrified nation? And then the human theory. Some say there was conflict within the group, a fight, an accident, a moment of chaos. But those who knew them insisted they were like family. There were no signs of violence between them, only fear of something else. In recent years, new research has shed light on what might have really happened. In 2020, Russian investigators reopened the case and suggested a small delayed slab avalanche could be responsible. Computer models and even scenes from the movie Frozen helped simulate snow physics that could cause internal injuries without burying the tent. It's a plausible explanation, but not everyone's convinced. Why were they barefoot? Why were some of their clothes radioactive? And who or what forced them to flee into the deadly cold that night? Even now, 66 years later, the Dyatlov Pass Incident remains one of the world's most chilling, unsolved mysteries. On the mountain that night, the wind screamed like a living thing. 9 friends vanished into the snow, leaving behind only fragments of their story. No villains, no witnesses, just the frozen silence of the Ural mountains. Maybe the truth lies buried under that snow forever, or maybe somewhere in the darkness, the mountain still remembers. What do you think happened at Dyatlov Pass? Drop your theories in the comments. And if you enjoyed this dive into one of history's strangest mysteries, hit that like button and subscribe for more dark explorations into the unexplained. Stay safe.